Hello to Squamish Nation membership. I raise my hands to each and every one of you and thank the Creator, give gratitude to the Creator for the wonderful lives we have had and for the ancestors that did so much for us. My name is Yeltsilewet, Faye Halls. I come from the Baker family. Simon Baker's my father. Emily Rivers is my late mother. The granddad was the grandson of Mary Capilano. Our ancestors were born and raised on Hamilshison. I was born and raised on Hamilshison. I just want to give you a little bit of background on my involvement with the nation. I was Bill C-31, so I missed probably 20 years because I got married in 1970 and had to leave the reserve. But upon my return, I spent a good 25 years working with our community, realizing that they needed help with literacy, and developed the Oslahan Learning Center, also the Trade Center. I was on council for one term. I ended up being the director of employment and training, and I started the HR department. I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of my background so you know that I have concerns about what's happening with our current council. I retired 15 years ago, and at that point I said, I'm done. I've done as much for my community. I'm going to look after my own self and my family, but I can't sit back and watch what's happening to my relatives, to our beloved elders without saying something. And so I decided in January 24 that I was going to start doing something about how they treat the elders, how we can't get access to meetings, to our counselors. And it was starting to make a huge division in our community. People were getting angry. They still are angry. But what I found was when I started researching, I didn't know that this document was around. They call it the ERL. It's the Squamish Nation Election and Referendum Law, which is pages and pages of laws that we as membership must follow. But interestingly enough, none of us even know this existed. This is not what we voted for in 2018. We were asked 5 questions. It did not say that out of those 5 questions was going to come up with a booklet of law that would restrict us from going to council meetings, restrict us from speaking. We're only allowed to speak for 2 minutes, even the elders. And make matters worse, there's chapters in there that say their hereditary chiefs have absolutely no power or say in the governance of the nation. Goes strictly against amalgamation. When I started down this rabbit hole, because I wanted to make a resolution and I had to meet with council, and then from there I had to meet with their staff before I could get to council. And then they said, oh no, it's a quicker way. We can let you do a petition. So I said, great. So we started to get the petition ready, started to get signatures. Oh no, you have to get permission from the commission first. Okay. And I had to pay $200 cash. $200, fill out their form, 200 words, and give it to the commission. But there was no commission. They didn't have a commission. They hadn't reinstated a new commission. According to the law, after 14 days, we could move to stage 2 of the petition. And I went back to council. This time I had to pay $100, which it states in here when you fill out the form, and said, okay, I've got my $100. I've waited the 14 days. Oh, no, it's not council, it's the commission. And we still don't have a commission. That's not my problem. I'm bringing you the money. This is what we want to happen. So it was down that hole. Then all of a sudden they said, oh, you can wait and talk to the commission and they can approve you having a referendum, because all the signatures we collected don't count because they didn't come from the form from membership. So we said, okay, we will go that route. We had to meet with the commission. We've been involved in over 20 meetings in the past year between membership, commission, council, getting approval. And it's been a strain on all of us. We've been working on this all year. Nobody's paying us anything. We're photocopying from home. And it's because I am worried for my children. I am worried for my grandchildren. This document is worse than the Indian Act. It is making us a white corporate company and negating all of our traditional customs and ways of being. And it is wrong. It is imperative that you go to family meetings, phone and ask for a family meeting, and go and ask questions. Because right now we can only put 5 things on the ballot. And at the moment, they say we are not allowed to put that we want this whole 161 pages abolished, because that has to go a different route. So again, it's a rabbit hole that I've been going through continuously. I do not want to run for council. I do not want to be the chair. I want to live my life out happily, but I want to protect my children. My father, if he was alive, would have his cane on that table and say, "Who do you think you are?" Telling us as elders, the knowledge sharers, the matriarchs, that we are not allowed to have a say in anything. I bring you this message from my heart with good faith and ask you, watch Native Voices. We're going to start putting sections of this in every day so you can see what it says. But we definitely need to at least vote to go back to 16 counselors. People say, well, it's going to cost us more money. Not really, because they hire consultants because there's not enough people, not enough counsel. And it used to be that there was always counselors available to speak to people. There's nobody ever in the office anymore. And it's sad because we cannot reach our leadership, and that is so wrong. So I plead with you to please just take the time to understand the importance of what to vote for and what we want on this ballot. Because the last ballot we signed said we wanted to go from 16 to 8, and that we wanted to vote for the chair through membership and a few others I can't remember. But it did not say anything about we want a 161-page document called the ERL, the law,